Yes, Ashoka, he has done Kalinga War in 261 BC. So after Kalinga War, he has realized he has affected by Kalinga War, and he decided not to do wars again. Why? Because in Kalinga War in 261 BC we have the Kalinga War. So in the Kalinga War, 6 lakhs of army participated, 1 lakh of army expired, died, and near about 2 lakhs of army injured. So because of this reason, so the blood it was flowed like a river. So because of that incident, Ashoka totally he was changed. That's why that day onwards he decided, he thrown the sword and decided should not do war again. So that's why from that day onwards he want to become Dharma Ashoka. So 5 years. So 5 years he wandered inside of the country and he visited so many Buddha holy places, Buddhist holy places. So after 5 years, for example, you see Bodh Gaya, Saranath, Kapilavastu, these are the important Buddhist holy places. So he visited all these places, and in the 5th year he accepted Buddhism. Ashoka has taken Buddhism. So here, who preached Buddhism to Ashoka? Who has given Buddhism to Ashoka? So here we have two kinds of opinions. We have two kinds of opinions. According to Mahavamsha, according to Sri Lankan Buddhist book Mahavamsha, so Nigrodhudu, he has given Buddhism to Ashoka, according to Mahavamsha. And according to Yuan Sang, so Upagupta, according to Yuan Sang, Upagupta has given Buddhism. Upagupta means also called 𝗂𝗽𝗎𝗁 𝗂𝗃. So also called 𝗂𝗽𝗎𝗁 𝗂𝗃. So Upagupta has given Buddhism to Ashoka. But anyhow, but maximum historians are saying that if in examination if they ask the question, who preached Buddhism to, who was Buddhist monk, preached Buddhism to Ashoka, if they ask like this, then we choose the answer Upagupta. Maximum Nigrodhudu, we will not get this kind of questions, but Upagupta. So Upagupta preached Buddhism to Ashoka. So after taking Buddhism, he decided, so only by the preaching of Buddhism, by preaching of good system to people, he wants to rule the country. So that's why after 261 BC, up to 232 means up to death of Ashoka. So in this near about these 30 years, he has not done any war there. That's why Ashoka became Dharma Ashoka. In the place of Yuddha Ashoka, in the place of 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, so he rang Dharma-bheri. He became Dharma Ashoka. So in 250 BC, Ashoka conducted the third Buddhist council in Pataliputram. So in 250 BC, he conducted Buddhist council, third Buddhist council at Pataliputram. So we should remember, actually according to Buddhism, we have 4 Buddhist councils. This is most important point, that is councils. We have 4 Buddhist councils. So first one, it is conducted by Ajatashatru in 483 BC in Rajagruha, and second one 383 BC conducted by Kalashoka in Vaishali, and third Buddhist council in 250 BC conducted Ashoka in Pataliputram, and fourth Buddhist council conducted by Kanishka in Kundalavanam, that is nearby Kashmir. So these are 4 Buddhist councils, and we may get the question, who are the chairmen of these councils? They can ask the question. So who are the chairmen of these councils? So first council chairman Mahakashyapa, second council chairman Savakhami, Sabakami. And third council chairman, 𝗂𝗍𝗻𝗺 𝗧. In the period of Ashoka, 𝗂𝗍𝗻𝗺 𝗧, who preached Buddhism to Ashoka, he became the chairman of third Buddhist council, 𝗂𝗍𝗻𝗺 𝗧. And the last one, Vasumitra. In last meeting, last Buddhist council chairman was Vasumitra. So we should remember all these points. But coming to this point, in 250 BC, Ashoka conducted Buddhist council at Patliputra. Chairman was 𝗂𝗍𝗻𝗺 𝗧. So here, what is the important point? What is the important subject in this council? So we should remember all four councils, they have important subjects. For example, first Buddhist council. What was the importance of that Buddhist council regarding examination point? So there, Tripitikas, we have three Tripitikas, Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka. These Tripitikas called Buddhist holy books. So in that two books, among the three books, the three books are composed in first Buddhist council, that is Sutta Pitaka and Vinaya Pitaka. This is composed in first Buddhist council. This is an important point in first Buddhist council. And second Buddhist council, we have split of Buddhism. Buddhism has a first split, that is Mahasangikulu and Theravadalu. It is in second Buddhist council. And third Buddhist council, so this is written Abhidhamma Pitaka. The third book of Tripitikas, that is Abhidhamma Pitaka, it is written by 𝗂𝗍𝗻𝗺 𝗧. And in fourth Buddhist council, again the Buddhism has a split, that is Mahayanulu, Hinayanulu. So this table, so we should prepare the table. Four Buddhist councils table is very, very important. So this is conducted by Ashoka. 𝗂𝗍𝗻𝗺 𝗧 here, the chairman. So he wrote Abhidhamma Pitaka. So after completion of these Buddhist council, after taking Buddhism, Ashoka wandered maximum throughout India. And so he appointed Mahadharmamatyas, Mahadharmapatras. So Mahadharmapatruలు, so Mahadharmapatras he has appointed to propagate the Buddhism throughout the world. So he wanted to propagate the Buddhism not only in India. So he sent to so many people, Mahadharmapatras. So he sent so many people throughout India to propagate Buddhism. So among them his family members also. So he sent so many countries to propagate Buddhism. He appointed Mahadharmapatras. Mahadharmapatras means the propagators of Buddhism. To extend Buddhism in foreign countries, they are the people appointed by Ashoka, Mahadharmapatras. So here he sent various different people, and regarding his family, especially Mahendra. So Mahendra was is one of the son. Mahendra he sent to Sri Lanka. So Mahendra is sent to Sri Lanka, and his daughter Sanghamitra, so she also sent to Sri Lanka. So Mahendra, Sanghamitra, and 𝗵𝗑𝗪𝗪𝗪, so she sent to Greek. 𝗵𝗑𝗪𝗪𝗪, she sent to Greek. And Uttara, so she sent to Burma. So she sent to Burma. And Maurya, so she sent to Gandhara and Kashmir areas. Maurya, she sent to Gandhara and Kashmir areas. So Gandhara and Kashmir areas. And Maji, so she sent to Himalayas. And one more Mahadeva. So Mahadeva he sent to Mahishamandalam. Mahishamandalam means Mysore. So etc. people sent to different places in the world to propagate Buddhism. So here Mahendra, Sri Lanka, Sanghamitra, Sri Lanka, 𝗵𝗑𝗪𝗪𝗪, Greek, Uttara, Burma, Madhyantika Gandhara Kashmir, Majjimahi Himalayas, and Mahadeva Mahisha Mandalam, that is Mysore. So these are the people sent to different areas by Ashoka. Because of Ashoka, you understand, today so many countries are having the official religion, that is Buddhism. So because of Ashoka, for example, Sri Lanka, it has official language Buddhism. And China, previously China also it is having Buddhism, and Japan also, and Nepal, Tibet, Burma, Thailand, Malaysia. If you go to these countries, you feel you feel like India also, because there maximum we can see Buddhism. That's why, because of Ashoka, the Buddhism spreaded throughout world. Okay, and apart from this, after taking Buddhism, Ashoka constructed so many beautiful constructions like pillars, stupas. So he constructed beautiful constructions, beautiful monuments regarding Buddhism. So throughout India, Ashoka constructed 84,000 stupas. 84,000 stupas he has constructed. So, and Ashoka, he built a pillar inscription also. Previously, in the earlier class, I told that he constructed the pillar inscriptions and pillars also. Especially Sanchi, Saranath, and Allahabad, they have the pillar inscriptions. And Saranath and Sanchi, it has important stupas. Sanchi stupa is the biggest stupa in India. Sanchi stupa is the biggest. And Saranath, in Saranath, he constructed 4 lion stupas, 4 lions. So Indian government has taken the official emblem of our Indian government, that is 4 lions. So this is in Saranath. We have taken from Saranath. And there every 4 lions are there. The lions were sitting on a lotus. So they were sitting on the lotus. And lotus will have in the under, what we can say, in the underside of lotus we have Dharma Chakra. So Dharma Chakra. So that Dharma Chakra also we have taken. This is also Ashoka prepared. Ashoka, so he made this kind of Dharma Chakra. So we can say this Dharma Chakra has 24 spokes. In our nation flag, we have that Dharma Chakra. It will have 24 spokes. We should remember how many spokes are in Ashoka Dharma. Why we are saying Ashoka Dharma Chakra means, this is Dharma Chakra composed by Ashoka, because there are 24 spokes. Each spoke is saying that Ashoka Dharma. What was Ashoka told about the Dharma? That each spoke is saying that Ashoka Dharma. We have 24 spokes. And here we have 4 animals also. Okay, so under the lotus we have 4 animals. So that is a lion, elephant, bull, and horse. They will ask the question sequence. They will ask the question sequentially. So what are the animals under the lotus? They can ask this series, lion, one by one series. That's why we should remember first lion, elephant, bull, and horse. And there we will have the 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗚𝗏, one sentence will be there, 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗚𝗏. This is in Devanagari script, 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗚𝗏. It has taken from Mundakopanishad. But some of the books are saying that Mandyakopanishad. No. So that is not Mandyakopanishad, it is the Mundakopanishad. 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗚𝗏, it is the word taken from Mundakopanishad. So this is the information regarding Saranath pillar and Saranath stupa regarding Ashoka constructions and buildings. So Dharma Chakra. So that Dharma Chakra also we have taken. This is also Ashoka prepared. Ashoka, so he made this kind of Dharma Chakra. So we can say this Dharma Chakra has 24 spokes. In our nation flag, we have that Dharma Chakra. It will have 24 spokes. We should remember how many spokes are in Ashoka Dharma. Why we are saying Ashoka Dharma Chakra means, this is Dharma Chakra composed by Ashoka, because there are 24 spokes. Each spoke is saying that Ashoka Dharma. What was Ashoka told about the Dharma? That each spoke is saying that Ashoka Dharma. We have 24 spokes. And here we have 4 animals also. Okay, so under the lotus we have 4 animals. So that is a lion, elephant, bull and horse. They will ask the question sequence, they will ask the question sequentially. So, what are the animals under the lotus? They can ask this series, lion, one by one series. That is why we should remember first lion, elephant, bull and horse. And there we will have the 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, one sentence will be there, 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. This is in Devanagari script 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, it has taken from Mundaka-Upanishad. But some of the books are saying that Mandya-Upanishad. No. So, that is not Mandya-Upanishad, it is the Mundaka-Upanishad. 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, it is the word taken from Mundaka-Upanishad. So, this is the information regarding Saranath pillar and Saranath stupa regarding Ashoka constructions and buildings. And among all stupas, Ashoka stupa, Laurya Nandangarh, it is a very beautiful, which is beautiful stupa in Ashoka's stupas, among Ashoka stupas, that is Laurya Nandangarh. It was a very beautiful stupas. And he built the caves. He built caves for Ajivaka Jainist people at Sudama Lomas areas, Lomas caves. It is Barabari hills. In Barabar hills, he built the caves for Ajivaka Jainist people, that is Lomas and Sudas. These are the caves for our Basadinulu. It is called Basadinulu too. So, Jainist people. So, this is some of important information regarding Ashoka after embracing, after taking Buddhism. So, Ashoka, there is a negative concept. Ashoka also one of the reasons to decline the Maurya dynasty, because Ashoka, whenever he has taken Buddhism, after decline of Ashoka's administration, so many kings they declared independence, especially in south, our Shatavahanas, they declared independence. So, as well as throughout India, there were the revolts. So, that is why, and in the period of Ashoka, whenever he has taken Buddhism, he has not maintained properly the army. There is no trained army in the period of Ashoka. That is why, because of these reasons also, Maurya dynasty is fall down as early as possible. Why? Because you see, after Ashoka, we have the rulers. After Ashoka, we have the rulers. That is 6 rulers are there after Ashoka. So, in the earlier period, I told there are total 9 rulers. Total 9 rulers. That 9 rulers ruled Maurya dynasty 137 years. 9 rulers ruled 137 years. So, among them 3 rulers ruled 90 years. 3 rulers means first 3 rulers. That is Chandragupta Maurya, Binduswara and Ashoka. They ruled 90 years. After Ashoka, we have Kunala, Dasharatha. There are 6 rulers. After Ashoka, there are 6 rulers. Kunala, Dasharatha, Samprati and 𝗓𝗪𝗪𝗃 and Indrapalita and last one, that is 𝗵𝗵𝗇. So, 𝗵𝗵𝗇. So, these are the later rulers of Maurya dynasty after Ashoka. That is Kunala, he was son of Ashoka. So, in the period of Kunala, and Dasharatha is the grandson of Ashoka, Kunala son of Ashoka. So, total Mauryan dynasty divided between these 2 people, Kunala and Dasharatha. So, Kunala, he ruled western area of Maurya dynasty, western area. Kunala ruled western area and Dasharatha ruled eastern area. Dasharatha ruled eastern area. So, Kunala, he was son of Ashoka, he ruled western. That means after Ashoka, Maurya dynasty, total Maurya dynasty has divided between these 2 rulers. So, Kunala, he ruled western part of Maurya dynasty and Dasharatha ruled eastern part of Maurya's dynasty. So, then after these 2 kings, Samprati, one of the ruler, he ruled Maurya dynasty, but here it is unification of Maurya dynasty. So, here it is divided, but here unification of it is became united. So, unification is there. That's why Samprati ruled total Maurya dynasty again. So he has taken Jainism. He has taken Jainism. He strived for development of Jainism also, Samprati. That's why, so he came to south, he came to Telangana also. He constructed Basadinas in Munulagutta, Karimnagar area also. That's why Samprati is called Jaina Ashoka. Because Ashoka, how much he strived for the development of Buddhism, as well as here also, Samprati also, he strived for the development of Jainism. So he is called Jaina Ashoka. So Rajatarangini, Rajatarangini, Kalahanudu, he wrote Rajatarangini. Kalahanudu, he wrote Rajatarangini. Rajatarangini explains about the rulers of Kashmir area. So he described about Samprati in that Rajatarangini. So who was Mauryan king, Mauryan ruler, described by Kalahanudu in Rajatarangini, that is Samprati. So here, so no more history of these two people. And last one, Brihadratha. Brihadratha was last ruler of Maurya dynasty. So basically Brihadratha has no administrative skills, he is inefficient, and he has no any kind of skills to rule the country. That's why he is army chief and minister. His army chief and minister Pushyamitra Shunga. So Pushyamitra is called Pushyamitra Shunga. He was army chief and minister of Brihadratha. Because of inefficiency of Brihadratha, Pushyamitra Shunga killed or murdered Brihadratha. Why? Because his efficiency is not there. He is inefficient. That's why he is not able to rule the country. So his army chief and minister, that is Pushyamitra Shunga, killed Brihadratha. So whenever he killed Brihadratha, people also accepted. We understand, people also accepted, because if people are not accepted to this kind of instance, the people can start a revolution against the Pushyamitra Shunga. But there, the people, they have not started any kind of revolution, they accepted Pushyamitra Shunga administration. That's why here the Maurya dynasty is closed and Pushyamitra Shunga is established Shunga dynasty. So after Mauryas, we have that Shunga dynasty. So here, what are the most important reasons to decline Maurya dynasty? There are some reasons. First reason was Ashoka. Ashoka is absolutely the reason for the declining of Maurya dynasty, because after taking Buddhism, he became he has not done any kind of wars and he has not maintained the army. That's why army has not trained. So that is one of the reasons to decline this Maurya dynasty. And later, after Ashoka, the kings who ruled Maurya dynasty, they have inefficiency. Because of that inefficiency also, Maurya dynasty is declined. And one more thing, one more reason, that third reason may be. So what is the third reason? After Ashoka, who are the de facto authorities of Mauryas? Who are the de facto authorities of Mauryas? They announced the independence. For example, Shatavahanas. So Shatavahanas after Ashoka, they declared, they announced independence. That's why, so this kind of small areas, small kingdoms also announced the independence. So these are the mainly reasons to the declining of Maurya's dynasty. The first welfare kingdom in India, that is Maurya's dynasty. So it is the first welfare kingdom, first secular kingdom, and first what we can say, a developed empire in India, and first empire in India also, that is called Maurya's dynasty. So what are the administrative system or political administrative system? So here it is centralized administration. Maurya's administration was centralized administration. Centralized administration means the emperor is the superior. Emperor is the superior. Emperor means here, so you understand, these Maurya's rulers are called emperors. They are not kings actually, but usually we can use it to say kings, but actually they are the emperors. So they established empire. That's why, so here emperor is the superior authority. He was the superior. That's why, so whatever, he is also superior, but bureaucratic administration is started in the Maurya's period. So they appointed so many bureaucrats, and with the help of bureaucrats, these emperors are ruled this Maurya's dynasty. And emperor as the council of ministry. So they have emperor advised by council of ministry. There are council of ministry has two kinds. In the Maurya's period, the council of ministry has two kinds. That is one Amatya. Amatya means like prime minister. Amatya, that is called prime minister, and mantri. Next to mantri. This is means mantri means this ministers. So there are two kinds of council of ministry, that is Amatya and ministers. Amatya like prime minister, ministers like mantri like ministers. So Amatya was getting 48,000 fanas salary per annum. So 48,000 fanas. Fanas means silver coins. So 48,000 fanas, and mantri was getting 12,000 fanas. 12,000 fanas. So this is the salary per annum. It is getting by Amatya and mantri also. And you see, not only these council of ministers, there is a Tirthulu. In the administration, there are one more people, Tirthulu. So Tirthulu means this is like government employees. Tirthulu. Here, Tirthulu means army chief, prince, samartha. Like there are some government employees, they are called Tirthulu. Tirthulu also helped to emperor in the administration. And in the Maurya's period, there are 27 departments. We have 27 branches. That means ministry branches, whatever it. So we have 27 department or branches. So here, that means 27 means, for example, fisheries, shulka, and ganika, and treasure. So loha. There are so many. That means 27 departments. But every department has the president and the chairman. Every department has the president or the chairman. So that chairman is called Adhyaksha. That chairman is called Adhyaksha. So Adhyaksha means we can say, for example, agricultural departments. Agriculture. The head of the agriculture is called 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. It is means the head of agriculture department. And Shulka Adhyaksha, treasurer, the head of the treasurer. So Shulka Adhyaksha. And Loha Adhyaksha. Loha Adhyaksha means the metal department. And Ganika Adhyaksha. In the Mauryan's period, Ganika means prostituters. Ganika means prostituters. Prostitution is legalized. In the Maurya's period, prostitution was legalized. So that is also one of the department. Prostitution also, Ganika is called Ganika. So it has the legalized, and also it was a department in Maurya's ministry. That's why the chairman of these prostitutes is called Ganika Adhyaksha. And gold, there was a department gold, that is 𝗬𝗏 Adhyaksha. Gold department, that is called 𝗬𝗏 Adhyaksha. That's why there are 27 departments. But we should remember, there are only 26 heads. Because fisheries has no head. Fisheries has no head. That's why here only 27 departments, but only 26 departments has the chairman, that is called president or Adhyaksha. So this is the system of Mauryas. Maurya's dynasty has the 5 divisions. This is also called like zones. According to Maurya's system, this is called Pada. Pada. Pada means like division or zone. So it has 5 zones or 5 divisions. According to Ashoka's inscriptions, the Maurya dynasty divided into 5 divisions. That is Uttara Pada. That is called Uttara Pada. Uttara Pada means north zone or the north division. That is called Uttara Pada. Headquarter was Takshashila. And Dakshina Pada. This is south zone or south division. So Dakshina Pada headquarter was Suvarnagiri. The headquarter of Dakshina Pada, that is Suvarnagiri. And Avanti Pada. Avanti Pada. Avanti Pada is this is a central zone. Avanti, it is a central zone. That's why Avanti Pada, this headquarter is Ujjain. Ujjain. So next to Prachya Pada. Prachya Pada means it is called eastern zone, east zone. So headquarter was Pataliputra. And one more newly added in the period of Ashoka. Actually before Ashoka, this is 5th zone was not there. Fifth zone was not there. Whenever Ashoka occupied Kalinga, Kalinga also became one of the zone. It's called Kalinga Pada. Kalinga Pada also called, so Kalinga zone. So 𝗃𝗧 headquarter was 𝗃𝗧. Headquarter was 𝗃𝗧. This is a division of Maurya's kingdom. So according to Ashoka's inscription, it has 5 divisions. That is Uttarapada, also called North Zone. Headquarter was Takshashila. And Dakshinapada, so South Zone. Headquarter Suvarnagiri. And Avantipada, it is called Central Zone. So headquarter Ujjaini. And Prachepada, it is also called Turpu. That means Eastern Zone, Patliputra. And Kalinga, it is new zone added in the period of Ashoka. The headquarter was 𝗃𝗧. So the rulers of these zones, the sons of emperors, the sons who are the sons of Mauryas, they became the rulers of these kingdoms. They are called Aryaputra. In the period of Ashoka, in the period of Mauryas, their sons who are the ruler of these divisions, they are called Aryaputras. So this is, we can say, the division of kingdom of Mauryas. And so what is the kingdom? It has also divided like area wise. Kingdom also divided as area wise. For example, see, so kingdom and Rashtra, also called state, Janapada, also called that means the Paragana like, and Grama or village. This is the normal division of Maurya dynasty, that is kingdom, Rashtra, Janapada, Grama. So here kingdom has the king, the ruler of kingdom, that is emperor. So kingdom ruled by king or emperor. And Rashtra, it is ruled by Rashtriya. So it is ruled by Rashtriya. And Janapada, it is ruled by Sthanikudu. Janapada, once again I am telling, kingdom is ruled by king or emperor. And Rashtra, it is ruled by Rashtriya. And Janapada, it is ruled by Sthanikudu. And Grama, you understand, the Grama administration, village administration, it is the most important factor in the Mauryas. That is Grama or village. The ruler of Grama is called Gramani. The ruler of Grama or village called Gramani. So this is the administrative levels, administrative stages in the Maurya's period. And here the most important factor we should remember, that is cities or towns. In those days, Patliputra, Ujjaini, Takshashila, Avanti, Kapilavastu, Vaishali, etc. towns and cities. They were also ruled by Nagarikudu. The ruler of towns or cities, Nagarikudu. Is the ruler of cities or towns, Nagarikudu. So is the most important person to rule these areas. Okay, Ujjaini, Takshashila, Patliputra, these are like Nagaras. So here we have 6 committees. Nagara has 6 committees, the ruling committees, the ruling body, it has 6 committees. Each committee has 5 members. Nagara has 6 committees to rule the city or Nagara. So there are 6 committees, each committee has 5 members, total 30 members committee. So this is a very good administration, Mauryas. You know, in India, the local government system, is started from the period of Mauryas. So in India, we have the perfect local government system. You know, local governments, when we say local governments or village rural government, the most important dynasty in South India, that is Cholas. Cholas very famous for rural or Grama administration. So they often can ask the question in civil science etc. examinations, which dynasty in India famous for the local governments or village government system, that is Cholas. But in India, the local government administration system is started in the period of Mauryas. That's why here this is a very good administrative system, administrative levels, and Nagarikudu, he ruled Nagara. This is a good administrative system. So in the period of Mauryas, the army, so they have perfect army, they have a very strengthening army. So here we have 4 kinds of army. In the period of Mauryas, we have 4 kinds of army. That is, first one, army that is on foot. We can say Padati Dalam. We can say Padati Dalam. They fight on, the army fight on the foot. And cavalry. So cavalry means that is the horses. Ashwadalam. It's called Ashwadalam. And elephantry. So we have elephant. This is Hasta, that means Gajadalam. And chariotry. This is called Radhadalam. Padati Dalam, Ashwadalam, Gajadalam, Radhati Dalam. So this is 4 kinds of army these Mauryas have. So here they have 6 lakhs of army. This Padati Dalam, who fight on foot, it has 6 lakhs. And cavalry 8 lakhs. Sorry, 8,000 of cavalry, 8,000. And elephantry 9,000. And chariotry, it has 8,000. So this is army wings of Mauryas. And in Mauryas, the police system is very perfect. So they have the perfect police system and what we can say disciplinary, law and order. Law and order is very good in this period. So the division of police system, division of law and order, that is for every 100 villages there will be a police system. So for every 100 villages the police system is called Sthaniya. Sthaniya means it is a police system for 100 villages. And for 400 villages, that is called Drona Mukha. 400 villages it is called Drona Mukha. And 200 villages it is called Kharavatika. So Kharavatika. For 400 villages it is called Kharavatika. And 100 villages is called Sangrahana. So this is the police system in the Mauryas period. So they have perfect police system. In the period of Mauryas, there is a judiciary system. So they are called judiciary judges. The chief justice, it is called Dharma Mahamatra. Or Dharmadhikaran, also called Dharmadhikaran. It is also called Dharmadhikaran. So here we have 2 kinds of judiciary departments. That is civil department, civil courts and criminal courts. So civil courts are called Dharmasteya and criminal courts are called Kantaka Shodhaka. So civil and criminal courts are there. So here the important person, one of the important persons should remember Rajuka. Rajuka means the revenue collector. So he collects the revenue taxes from the people. Right now the collector in at present position, collector is called in those days as Rajuka. And the government corresponding, who wrote letters and corresponding, that is called Lekhaka. So in the period of Mauryas, it is the perfect administration, perfect political system. And what are the social conditions? What are the social conditions in the period of Mauryas? So what are the social conditions of Mauryas? You see, social conditions, regarding social conditions, it is called paternal society. The Mauryas society is called paternal society. Paternal society means Pitruswamika, father dominated society. So in this society we have the all kinds of evils, and woman has no good status. Women has no importance in this period. So especially we have here sati also implemented, and Varna system also introduced. Varna system also it was in the period of Mauryas. That's why regarding social conditions it is not good in the period of Mauryas. And according to Megasthenes, Maurya's dynasty has 7 communities. But according to Ardhashastra, we have lot of communities. But Megasthenes said that, so Maurya's dynasty, Maurya's social system, society has 7 communities like Brahmanas and agriculture, farmers, and that we can say merchants, like we have 7. But in fact, according to Ardhashastra, we have so many communities or so many castes in the period of these Mauryas. Yes. So what are the communities? For example, we have to see some of the communities, some of the community names in the period of Mauryas. That is Iyascara. Iyascara means it is pottery. And Kuttuka. Kuttuka means carpenters. And next Napita, it is called barbers. And Medaka. Medaka means who was a maker of baskets. And Ganika. Ganika, this is called prostitutes. And Lubaka. Lubaka means hunters. Who has the profession hunting, they are called hunters. So this is some of the communities or caste in the period of Mauryas. So anyhow, here we have different communities in the period of Mauryas. So after the social systems, we have to go for the economical conditions or financial conditions. So the main profession in the period of Mauryas, that is agriculture. The main profession, that is agriculture. So Mauryas collected 1/4 taxes and 1/6 taxes. So 1/4 and 1/6 taxes they have imposed. So here the taxes are called Bhaga. One of the tax is called Bhaga. Bhaga means it is nothing but revenue tax. Tax on the agricultural incomes, that is a revenue tax. And Dashayoli Sangrahana, one more tax, Dashayoli Sangrahana. One more tax, that is called Dashayoli Sangrahana. Dashayoli Sangrahana means that tax which is paying to government for the protecting of or protect of the properties and crops. So government should protect the properties of the people. Government should protect the crops and fields of the people. So for that protection, the people will pay the tax to government. That is called Dashayoli Sangrahana. And Hiranya, one more tax, Hiranya. So Hiranya means this is the tax on the fruits and forest productions. This is a tax on fruits and forest productions. So Hiranya, it is like paying in the shape of money. In the shape of money. So Bhaga, Dashayoli Sangrahana, maybe things they can pay through shape form of things, but Hiranya it will be paid through in the form of money. And Pendaraka, one more tax, Pendaraka. So Pendaraka means this is a tax on the village people. So village people also they have to pay the tax, that is called Pendaraka. So these are some kind of taxes in the period of Mauryas. And they have coins also. In the period of Mauryas, the first dynasty introduced the coins, that is Thola. One of the coin is called Thola. It is gold coin. In the period of Mauryas, coin Thola, it is called gold coin. And Fana, it is a silver coin. Fana is called silver coin. And Maskira, one of the coin Maskira, it is called copper coin. So these are the coins in the period of Mauryas, Thola, Fana, Maskira. So again we have to see one more point, that is the lands. There are different names of lands. So there are different kinds of lands in the period of Mauryas. Depends on the soil nature. Depends on the soil nature. For example, cultivated lands. Cultivated lands. So cultivated lands which is using for the cultivation, that lands are called 𝗧. That lands are called 𝗧. Cultivated lands are called 𝗧. And not using lands, wasted lands, it is not using for any crop, any cultivating, it is called 𝗧. And if the land is having any kind of crop, so that is having the crop, any land, cultivating land, but if it is having crop, so that lands are called 𝗧. That lands are called 𝗧. And cultivating the fruits. So cultivating the fruits, this is called 𝗳𝗏. This is called 𝗳𝗏, cultivating land, fruits cultivating. And sugar cane cultivating, sugar cane. So sugar cane cultivating, that is called 𝗧𝗏. Sugar cane is producing in that land, it is called 𝗧𝗏. And one more land for the feeding, for the grass, for the feeding of the cattle, that is called 𝗬𝗏. So 𝗬𝗏 means the crop, the land which is using for the feeding or cattle breeding, that is called 𝗬𝗏. And the owner of the land, it is called 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. If anybody is having own land, it is called 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. Sita, 𝗧𝗦, Sitam in the period of Mauryas, as per Sanskrit, we can say agriculture, it is Sita. So for example, Ramayana Sita, how she got named that Sita? So while doing cultivation, she was born. That's why she has name Sita. Sita means agriculture. While doing agriculture, Sita was born. So that's why she got a name Sita. Okay, so this is the lands variations in the period of Mauryas. And especially these kind of different lands, but we have to remember these names. So we have to remember these names. What is the cultivated lands? What are the wasted lands? What are the crops? What are the fruits? We should remember all these names of lands. So especially in the Mauryas, we have the Sudarshana Lake. Sudarshana Lake, it is very much used for the crops and cultivation in the Maurya dynasty, especially in Saurashtra. This Sudarshana Lake was built by Pushyagupta, who was governor of Chandragupta Maurya in Saurashtra. And there are so many roads. In the earlier class I explained, Chandragupta Maurya was laid, he built so many roads, longest roads. From Patliputra to, one of the road from Patliputra to Baluchistan via Takshashila. This is the longest road. And also from Patliputra to Kandahar via Hisar. So Hisar and Herat, this is one of the road. And from Ujjaini to south, that is up to Kanyakumari, via Pratishthanapuram, Amaravati, Madura, Kanchi. So these are the roads used for the business. Okay, so in the period of Mauryas, the business also developed. And here, regarding the language, what language they used. So the most important that is Prakruta language. The Mauryas are used Prakruta language. It is official language. Prakruta is the official language. So, and regarding the religion, what kind of religions maintained by Mauryas? So here we have, first of all, Chandragupta Maurya, he was Hindu. He has taken, basically was Hindu. He was born as Hindu, but later he has taken Jainism. And Bindusara, he has taken Ajivaka Jainism. Then Ashoka has taken Buddhism. And later we have Samprati, he has taken also Jainism. That's why Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, all the religions are in the period of Mauryas. But no any kind of Hindu development There was no any kind of any form of development was not there in the period of these people, Mauryas. And regarding the constructions, we have in the period of Ashoka, we have a lot of beautiful constructions, especially stupas, pillars, and Ashoka, he laid 84,000 stupas throughout our country. Already I told you, 84,000 of stupas in our country. And he laid beautiful stupas, pillars. In that Laurya Nandangar, it is very, very beautiful stupa. And also Saranath, Sanchi stupas constructed by Ashoka. So here we have to see that is Ashoka built a beautiful wooden arch around Patliputra. He built a wooden arch, Thoranam. So around Patliputra, so it is a beautiful arch by Ashoka. So this is in the regarding it is the contribution to this sculpture to constructions by Ashoka. And in this period we have literature also. Literature means that is Kautilya's Ardhashastra, Megasthenes Indica, and Chandragupta Maurya. Regarding Chandragupta Maurya, Kautilya also written, that is Chandragupta Charitra. So in this period we have these books also. So anyhow, in all aspects, the Maurya dynasty having lot of strengthening, it is the richest and beautiful dynasty, that is we can say Maurya dynasty. So in the period of Mauryas, we have Varanasi, Takshashila. These are most important educational institutions, Varanasi and Takshashila. Takshashila was the oldest educational center in India. That's why in the period of Mauryas, Varanasi, Takshashila, both are educational centers. As well as in the period of Mauryas, we have beautiful cities and towns also. That is Patliputra, Ujjaini, Takshashila, Kapilavastu, Vaishali, etc. Towns are very, very beautiful. And in the period of Mauryas, we have Tamralipti. It is a seaport. So for the transaction and barrage, Barukacham, Tamralipti, Barukacham, these are most important seaports are what we can say shipping. So these are the most important places in the period of Mauryas. And as well as here the important script, Brahmi script. Brahmi script, it became very famous, it became very popular. It's a very popular script in the Mauryas period. So, and they have, the Mauryas maintained Prakruta as well as official language as well as common language. So here Sanskrit has not developed, Sanskrit is not maintained by the Mauryas. But anyhow, this is the Mauryas dynasty having great history, having important history in Indian history. So here we have to see some important points regarding Maurya dynasty from Chandragupta to Brihadrada. So what are the important points we have to remember in the examination pattern? So especially who is the founder of Maurya dynasty? Who helped to him to establish Maurya dynasty? So founder of Maurya dynasty, that is Chandragupta Maurya. Kautilya helped to Chandragupta Maurya to establish Maurya dynasty. And Chandragupta Maurya, because of Kautilya, he became the ruler, and he defeated Nanda dynasty last ruler Dhanananda. Dhanananda was killed by Chandragupta Maurya. That's why we should remember these points. And in 305, the most important point is the treaty between, the agreement between Chandragupta Maurya and Seleucus Nicator. This is the first agreement in India between a foreign ruler and Indian ruler. So, and one more thing regarding here, Kautilya, he wrote Ardhashastra. Ardhashastra was the most important book. It is explaining about the Maurya's administration, the Maurya's political system. And so in the last, Chandragupta Maurya has taken Jainism. He was died at Shravana Belagala in Karnataka. So Chandragupta Maurya has two titles. We will have some confusion because Chandragupta Maurya and Ashoka have same titles, Priyadarshini and Devanam Priya. So these two titles, Chandragupta has these two titles, Ashoka as well as he has these two titles. But just a little bit confusion we will get. And after Ashoka, after Chandragupta Maurya, we have Bindusara. Bindusara is a successor of Chandragupta Maurya. Regarding Bindusara, we have what was the name of Bindusara in Sanskrit? Amitraghatha. He also called in Greek literature Amitrochatus. So this is regarding Bindusara. Bindusara has taken Ajivaka Jainism. You see, Chandragupta taken Jainism. Bindusara has taken Ajivaka Jainism. Ajivaka Jainism was preached to Bindusara, that is Pingala Vatsa. This name we should remember. Pingala Vatsa, he preached Ajivaka Jainism. What was Ajivaka Jainism? Who started Ajivaka Jainism? That is Mankana Goshala. Mankana Goshala introduced or established Ajivaka Jainism. So here Ajivaka Jainism has taken by Bindusara. So Bindusara, after Bindusara, we have most important ruler, that is Ashoka. Ashoka has lot of information. So regarding Indian history, Ashoka has the great history. He is called in Indian history, only two rulers have a title the great. That is Ashoka the great, Akbar the great. Only these two kings have the title the great, the great. So Ashoka is a great ruler. He is the first secular king in India. Also called he is the welfare king in India. Okay. Regarding Ashoka, we should remember his title, same thing. So Priyadarshini and Devanam Priya is the two titles he has. And he did Kalinga War in 261 BC. This is the most important date. Wherever you go, 261 will come. That's why we should remember in which year Kalinga War is occurred or happened. That is 261 BC. So regarding Ashoka, who taught him, who preached him Buddhism, that is we can say Upagupta. Upagupta, he preached Buddhism to Ashoka. So we should remember this point. And regarding his stupas, Sarnath, Sanchi and Allahabad and his inscriptions, even all these we should remember all these informations. So Ashoka, if you get any question from these Mauryas, that is from Ashoka. So Ashoka's information is very, very important. And later kings, who are the later kings, it is not important. But we should remember who is the last ruler. We should always I am telling, often I am telling that we should remember the founder and the closer. Who is founder king? Who is the last king? That's why here Chandragupta Maurya is the founder king and Bruhadratha is the last king. We should remember founder and last. So we may expect these questions from Maurya Dynasty. That's why it has this importance.